Destiny 3 is here. Actually, this is the new game coming out very soon, known as Destiny Rising, and it finally came out in alpha testing, alpha beta testing, whatever you want to call it, and we have a lot of first impressions. I was able to play for a fair amount of time today, but I want to talk about at least initial impressions of the game and what might be a better game than we expected. At the foundation, it's important to know that this is obviously a mobile game, so this is going to be targeting mobile players. However, a lot of players are also going to be, for the most part, probably playing this on PC through emulators or other means of playing the game. I've seen a lot of people play it on iPhone, Samsung, on some of those PC emulators. I've seen some people play on iPad and having like Xbox or PlayStation controllers connected to it. But for the most part, I wanted to play the game as a mobile game as they intended. So in this footage, you're going to see me playing on my iPhone 15, and for the most part, it ran pretty smooth. I was kind of surprised. I don't personally play a lot of games on my phone, much less mobile games, so I don't have a lot of experience putting my fingers on the screen and having right side, left side, having the movement kind of similar to a controller, but not really, and then having all the abilities on the screen where you have to like tap it and stuff like that. So this was kind of out of my wheelhouse as far as dealing with just the movement. But for the most part, it felt pretty good to walk around. Probably with more practice, I'd probably be a little bit more comfortable with the movement of the camera. There's a bit jankiness there, but the combat feels like a mobile game, I'm gonna be honest. But that doesn't mean it doesn't feel fun. For the most part, you're gonna be seeing a lot of kinda similar things to Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 as far as locations, enemies, allies, themes, but this is totally different. There's a lot of the Iron Lords that we've heard about, like Scory and Radagast, all in this game, and NPCs that you talk to and interact with. There's this other big thing that they talk about with the Traveler called Sentinels. They're kind of like a part of the Traveler, and the main protagonist, I guess, that you start off with ends up calling themselves Young Wolf Howl, and it's you have to take your lore mind out of it and understand that this is a totally different timeline, using very loosely the foundation of Destiny 1 and 2. Now, that being said, I'm kind of excited to see more about this game. I played a little bit of it. I only played for about an hour because I didn't want to spend too much time in it because I had other things I needed to do. But I did sit down. I just wanted to experience at least how the game first brings you into the world. Of course, a lot of the tutorials are just showing you about the world, the lore, the weapons, what the weapons do. Of course, sooner or later you get to the more mobile mechanics of it, like the whole gacha system where you spend money, you roll for items over and over and over and over until you get like the epics and the mythics and the exotics that you want. You can also unlock characters as well. Some of them look like characters we already have in the game, like Ikora, but some of them are really new and unique, which is also really cool. I think it's important to also remember that saying that this game and the things in it are things that could have been done in Destiny are not fair, because obviously Destiny doesn't really have a lot of input in how they are making this game and what freedoms and liberties they are taking with this game. So saying, even I did this at first and I, did it in kind of joking, but I had to remember, have a platform and I wanted to make sure that I get this out there. And even though I kind of took a little bit of time doing it, even I said, why can't we have some of this cool stuff in Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 or in, Destiny 3 or whatever the next Destiny product is? They don't have the rules that Destiny and Bungie has. They are taking a lot of liberties with the lore and, just saying this is the alternate timeline, we can do what we want. And because of that, they're doing some really interesting things with the game. I don't think there's a lot of depth to like the combat itself, but that doesn't mean it's not fun. The shooting and the running around, especially the abilities, man, the abilities are just satisfying to see, like activate and see like hitting all the targets. That was probably one of the best parts of the mobile game, or we'll just call it the game that I saw and experienced, was popping my ultimate, popping my abilities, and those animations are really solid. They're just really fun to see. Now, the big question for a lot of people with it being a mobile game, obviously, is how much of it is pay to win. And unfortunately, I can't answer that because we don't have the full game, but I can definitely say that this is definitely going to have a lot of instances of pay to win. There's a lot of things that you can't do unless you have a thing called like energy or stamina. And once you run out of stamina, you can either just wait your time out, or you can spend a currency called Lumina leaves. And Lumina is like one of the in-game currencies you have. And you can spend those to like purchasing different things. You can purchase boxes, you can purchase energy to do activities like the strikes and stuff. So that could be an issue. Like imagine you're in the middle of a strike and you go down and you run out of like your revives, and in order to get more revives you have to spend some in-game currency, and say you don't have any more of that currency or enough of that to revive you and your fire team. Hey, you can drop $10 real quick and you can revive the entire team. That's kind of pay to win. I'm not saying that that's going to be a thing, but how predatory will the mobile game experience be in a game like Destiny Rising? One can hope that it's not that predatory, but in the market that they're currently in, who's to say? Now, my biggest, for me, question is going to be, as far as how many people engage with this game, is it going to be the actual current Destiny community, or will it be a new one that forms out of this? And I would probably say, for the most part, there'll be a new community that forms out of Destiny Rising. There'll be a portion of the Destiny 2 community who'll play it, just because it's Destiny and it's something new and it has a new idea and a new, face to it. So of course you're going to play it. There'll also be some hardcore parts of the community who, will look at it and say it's a mobile game, I'm not even going to touch it. And there's going to be another part of the community who probably just don't want to touch it because it's a mobile game, or, they're done with Destiny, or there's, it's not Destiny 2, it's not something, in the actual game, in the lore. So I don't want to touch it because of that. They're all valid reasons. Am I going to play it? As of currently, I'm not too sure. I did enjoy my time in it, but I definitely know that the combat itself will probably not be as, what's the word? It won't be as enjoyable long term as I would like it to be. But, I might just give it a chance again, play some more, and who knows? This is all with me playing it on a mobile device. I can't imagine streaming it. I know if I were to stream it, I'd have to, as most people will probably end up doing, setting up a way of it being emulated through, like, say, BlueStacks or something to play it on my computer. It'll be interesting, like Genshin, I believe, if they create a mobile version of the game. There's been a couple of mobile games I've played, like a couple Yu-Gi-Oh games that have played on mobile that have had some kind of crossover compatibility, where you can download their Steam versions and play it on Steam as well. That is a best case scenario for me, where Destiny Rising, I can download it on Steam and then I can play it on my phone, but also play on Steam if I want to have like a more traditional PC experience. I don't know how, console players are going to feel about this game, kind of feeling left out, at least right now, because I don't know if you can emulate on the consoles. I don't know how you can really play with consoles, but that's going to be a big issue and a big talking point on whether myself and a lot of the community will end up playing this game. For the most part, opening impressions, I was pretty surprised with how solid my first impression was of me enjoying. I played for about an hour and I enjoyed my time in it and learning all of the stuff. As more and more news comes out for Destiny Rising, I'll try to do my best to keep up and cover it. I don't know if we have a launch date for the actual game, but for the most part, if they come out with something with PC or something more traditional, I'll definitely give it some more time. If you've had a chance to play, let me know in the comment section what you think about Destiny Rising. I think this is really cool. Not too sure how it's going to be affecting the overall community. As always, thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.